Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, too, because we're sharing this. So, welcome to the Empowerment Connections Talk Show. Woo! Get excited. So, make sure you guys to share this live, okay, on your personal page and different groups, all right, because we have some fabulous ladies coming on today. And also, too, to contact us if you'd like to be a guest on our show at Women Unlimited SA@gmail.com. And don't forget to start engaging as well too. Like, if you have questions throughout the show, let us know. I'm gonna try to see the comments as we go on. So as well too, and drop an emoji. Let's see here. So we want to thank Evolve Medical Group. And we want to thank Maria and Sandra with Evolve Medical Center for sponsoring the Women Unlimited Empowering Connections talk show. And they have some great specials today as well too. I believe it was they're having specials on the massage therapy today, and they are located at 8721 Fox Lane, Suite 218. And you can call them too at 210-905-0663. So we also like to thank Maria Rendon of Digital Vida Virtual Assistant Services for sponsoring event marketing for the show. You can reach her at Maria at digitalvita.com. So my name is Robin Coronado, aka Foxy. Y'all also know that as well too. So Foxy Coronado. And so my thing is I'm an entrepreneur, so I do a lot of little things, and this is one of them, hosting a radio show. So the other ones are owning a spa and doing public speaking on women empowerment and domestic violence. If you need to reach out to me, reach me at 210-779-5221 to get in contact with all my services. And so, let's see here. Okay. They just closed the door on us, so I'm like, open it up a little bit. But we still can. Okay. I got a little worried there, I'm not claustrophobic, but I'm just like, okay. All right, so let's bring on our first guest, which is Monica Mojica. Mm-hmm. All right, so Monica Mojica, she's a realtor here in San Antonio, so we're going to bring her on as our first guest. Woo! Come on, Monica.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right, Monica, so tell us a little bit about yourself. I know I said realtor, but tell us a little bit introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Monica. Yes, I'm a realtor. I'm actually with LPT Realty, and I'm actually on the board of Austin, but I actually do so much coming down this way. Like I've recently had some clients in Rumpel, Seguin, Cibolo, Converse, and it's just kind of been that transition. I live in Vida, right outside of Austin, but for whatever reason, a lot of my clients are coming this way, and I'm just kind of like, okay, I feel like San Antonio is like my second home. I'm always
of course.
here.
Look, people, we love you, but We have enough people here in San Antonio.
I know.
Because first it was like California people coming
Yeah,
to Austin
to
and San Antonio,
Austin.
right?
And now all the
It's
Austin
crazy.
people are like, get us out of here. Like, we want to go into San Antonio. And I'm like, okay, so the California people are coming in and all the Austin people are going out.
Yes, yes. I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, because like when was it? I met somebody last week and they were saying that they were from Austin. They lived there for 20 years, but they came down to San Antonio
Yeah.
because they sold their house to a couple from California. And I'm like, man, I was like, seriously?
Yeah.
I was like, you hear about it, you know, you hear about people coming from other states and stuff like that, you know, all at once. But then to actually see somebody doing that, you know, you're like, dang, like it really did happen.
It happens, yeah. And this is the end of my third year, so I'm still new. I feel like I'm still a new agent. There's still a lot that I'm learning and progressing on my journey. But before that, I've done sales. I've been in sales since 2008 with different builders and in the auto dealer industry. And then before that, I was actually a warrant officer for Travis County. So that's what I went to school for. I had my degree in criminal justice, and I did that for almost 2 years. And how I met my husband. He was he was military, and then he became a tactical officer for Travis County. And we were always fighting, like, whose gun's bigger.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let you win. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do something else.
Right.
It wasn't for me. I have a different personality, and it wasn't a good fit.
Yeah. Well, it takes a certain person to do that kind of line of work.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does, because, I mean, like you were saying, like even we were in it for 2 years, so I mean, just seeing that and talking about that, like, I mean, because I'm pretty sure you've seen like a lot of stuff within those 2 years.
Yeah,
like, I mean, that you're just like, like telling people, like, people probably wouldn't believe you unless they saw it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And being a warrant officer, that's all I did, right? Like, I just went to pick up people with warrants and federal warrants. So it was one of those, hey, I'm coming in or you're coming out, but one way or another, you're coming with me.
You're coming with me, right?
Like,
one way or another.
And being the only female in that precinct was very demanding, challenging, and to say the least. And so I feel like that kind of set me up for like all this, like the strength that I needed to kind of do my own business. But yeah, I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all.
Right? It was a good experience for those 2 years. Thank you very much. Next.
Goodbye. Gotta go.
That's awesome. So back to the real estate, the realtor part. So you said that since you're in, because it's a different county.
It is.
So how do somebody who's looking for a realtor know that, like, I guess my question is, like, because from my understanding, because, like, I thought that a realtor could only be in their county to sell, but that's not true, because you're doing it
I'm doing it
in
all over.
Williamson County. Yeah, you're doing it, like, gosh, she's got you all over Texas.
I'm all over. So the funny, people think that too. They're like, "Can you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I'm a licensed agent for the state. So if I wanted to go sell in Dallas, I could. I would just need to be part of their board." But it's so easy, like, to run around, and the driving here seems like nothing now because every town kind of hits each other. It's not boring. You're not like on this, you can.
Yeah.
So I don't mind the driving. But when it comes to choosing an agent, right? Like, people always tell me, they're like, "How do you get your clients? I think it's a rapport. It's a personality, right? So a lot of my clients that come to me or that I find or that use me as their agent, use me because we just kind of get along, and they are like my friends for life. Like, I've had clients that I had my first year that I still talk to, and then we text each other, and we've had coffee, and I'll stop by their house and see how they're doing, and just kind of message each other. And just the other day I went with one, and we went to have a brunch in Georgetown. So I drove all the way to Georgetown just to hang out with her, and I love that. Like, I think that's what pushed me to get into this business, is to build those relationships, because I do have that engaging personality where, like, I thrive on relationships, and just kind of meeting new people and looking at, so it's been great. And I think for people that are looking for a real estate agent, really look for the one that kind of like speaks to your heart. Make sure that you're also picking one that has a great marketing plan, who is just as invested in your journey as you are. And they're not just there to just be like, yeah, I can be your agent. What do you need? What do you want? You know,
Right.
Like, no, like I want you to be a part of my journey. I want to be part of your journey, and I want to be there, you know, before, during, and after.
That's awesome. I love that she says that because there's, you know, because there's some people out there that have gotten kind of a little worried because there's some, you know, well, in the industry, the salesy people, you know, where they come out and they're like, they just see you as a dollar amount. They don't see you as that, like you were saying, that relationship, that connection, you know. So that's awesome that you feel that. And so, how can people get a hold of you?
Well, you can look me up on Facebook under my name, Monica Mojica. I also have my Facebook business page. It's Monica Mojica, the Realtor. And also on Instagram, it's the same thing, Monica Mojica, the Realtor. I do a lot of reels. I do a lot of education because I'm also a licensed mortgage loan officer. So if you need help when it comes to your financing or learning which loan is the best for you or what you need to acquire any of those types of financing, please reach out to me. I just started getting my YouTube channel together, so definitely we'll put it out there once it's all set up and ready, because we are going to be doing a bunch of like amazing property tours. I'm going to be doing education. I'm also going to be like, hey, what are the pros and cons of living in this county or this city? Because I think that's important, especially for people that aren't aware of what's around here and they're coming in from different states or just in general. You know, some people say, I've lived in Austin my whole life. Like, I don't know where else to go, but I know I don't want to be here anymore, you know? And I'm like, well, let's try New Braunfels. Let's try, you know, San Antonio. And, you know, it's important to understand what's around there and what's going to be their new home and if they're going to enjoy it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that would be really beneficial. Because also, too, not only that, but their surroundings. Because, like, they're so used to, like you said, somebody who's been in Austin for 20 years. Not naming any names. I did. I don't know how San Antonio got me. I'm just saying, like, I think I'm more in love with San Antonio than I am in Austin. So, thank you, San Antonio. No,
it's true. Like, my mom was in Austin for many years, and we sold our house, and now she's here in like New Braunfels, and she's like, I miss my casita. She was like, and I miss it. She was like, but I'm happy. She was like, I don't have the crazy traffic. I don't have, you know, all the craziness, you know, around me. She was like, I feel better. And I was like, well, that's good. You know, so.
And also, too, like, in Austin, like, I feel like I was constantly rushed.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it is like, I don't like to compare it to New York because nothing holds up to New York.
Yeah,
that's why I don't ever live there. I just visit. I go there just to visit. Maybe one day I'll have property there, but it's vacation. It'll be vacation home.
You know, that's where my husband's from. He's from Jersey, and he gets so frustrated because he's like, you know what? He goes, never in my life. He goes, living in Jersey my whole life. He goes, like, there's traffic, but it moves. He goes, here, why doesn't it move? And I was like, I don't know. He gets so frustrated. It's funny, yeah.
Exactly. So how did you find Women Unlimited?
You know, so the first year of being an agent, it was really me learning about myself and running a business. Because, of course, I've always done sales and I worked for builders. So I knew how to sell a house. I knew the building, the construction, all that stuff. I knew all that. But what I didn't know was myself in running a business, right? So my first year was all about, like, figuring things out. Mm-hmm. And then my second year, from all the work I did my first year, just kind of, like, compiled. And I was super busy and just really sporadic, crazy. Thank God, right? Because they say most agents quit after the first year. They don't make it because it is a lot, and it's a lot of upfront money. Like, it's a lot of money out of your pocket until you start seeing your commissions. Yeah. And so it just kind of like I was busy. And now we're here and the market has shifted. You know, things are different. Yeah. And now I see myself having enough time to collaborate, to find the people that can support me and I can support them. Because what do they say, right? Like, you can't have a positive business or a positive life with negative people, right? Like, so I was ready to find my people. I'm ready to find the women that I can do things with. And, you know, I have a few. I was part of a dance company growing up called Fuerza Latina. And those ladies that were in that dance company with me, and we just kind of grew up together, were like my rock. And they were always into women empowerment. And they were also into, you know, being inspiration for women. So, you know, all of those ladies have done amazing and have built their business. And so now it was like, okay, I had those women and we've done this, and now I'm ready to collaborate with other women and do other things and be an inspiration for younger ladies to want to do what I did and not to be scared and follow their dreams.
That's amazing. Awesome. I love that. So once again, before we go to the next guest, we're going to go ahead and tell them how you can contact you again.
Yes, you can find me on Facebook under Monica Mojica, or my business page, Monica Mojica the Realtor, and on Instagram, Monica Mojica the Realtor as well. And you can, if you have any questions when it comes to real estate or financing, you can always email me, monica.atx.realtor@gmail.com.
All right. Well, we'll be back in just a second. I'm going to go grab my next guest, okay? So hold on, everybody.
Hold your horses.
There we go. All right, so let's start this over again. Hopefully y'all can hear me now, okay? So having some technical difficulties, but it's okay. We just keep moving forward, all right? So I was announcing the next Women Unlimited event, which is this Saturday. We still have some tickets left, which you can find on Eventbrite. It is the Women Unlimited Fall Spa Mixer. Can you hear me still?
Yes.
Okay. The Fall Spa Mixer, networking and beauty all in one. It's this Saturday from 4 to 6:30. And we're going to have on the spot massage therapy. We're going to have wine, collagen shots from Unique, Tastefully Simple, and then Charmine promoting her book, Find Your Happy. And then, of course, like I said, it's going to be here at Evolve Medical Center. We're also going to have, I'm going to be doing mini facials here too on that day. And then there are going to be lots of giveaways. There's going to be vendors here from Formisha. I hope I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. And then El Chongo Loco. Oh yes, Deputy County. I love El Chongo Loco. And then Charcuterie by Jess. She's gonna be coming. She's gonna be one of the vendors too, and of course, Tastefully Simple as well too. And I'm hoping, just saying, Tastefully Simple. If you're listening, you know, beer bread. It's amazing. Hopefully, you have some samples. All right, so let's go to our next one. Again, that is this Saturday. You can find your tickets on Eventbrite. So the next person I have on is Carla Chapman from Cocoa Beans Coffee. Woo!
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. Should I just take a seat right
Yes,
here?
just take a seat. There's a cup coaster right there
Thank
for
you
your
so
drink.
much.
You can use. You
Okay.
get comfortable, girl.
Okay, thank you.
So welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us a little about yourself and how you got started in the cocoa bean coffee.
Okay.
Like, I love that.
Thank you so much.
Yes, come as close as you want.
Okay.
If you've got a soft, get as close as you can to the mic. Yeah.
Okay. So I am a 20-year vet. I was in the Air Force for 20 years. I retired in 2018. So
Thank
I've
you
been
for your
here.
service.
Thank you. I've been here in San Antonio since then, and I've been an entrepreneur ever since then. So I call myself a serial entrepreneur, and Cocoa Beans Coffee happens to be a lifetime adventure now.
Nice. Okay. So how long have you been doing this then?
We started initially blending in May of this year, so it's a fairly
Oh, it's fairly new.
It's very new, but it feels like family already. So many great things have happened since we started. We officially came out at the end of June.
Wow. So you actually blend all
Yes.
your own.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Right. So the bags, a lot of people think that they're cocoa beans or coffee beans, but it's actually blended coffee with spices and fresh chocolate.
Nice. So what's your most popular
This one,
This one?
the Freedom Blend.
So let's hold that.
Right. So this one has notes of cinnamon and chocolate in it. Yeah.
Cinnamon and chocolate.
It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, I don't want to shout out any other coffee brands, but I would like to say we're the best one in San Antonio.
Hey. You heard it here on Wusa Empowerment
Yes.
Connections. They're the best. So, that's awesome. No, I love it because, like, I'm not hating on you Starbucks people, okay? I'm just saying, like, I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I used to be a Starbucks drinker, but then I started finding out nothing against Starbucks.
yeah,
There's a lot of stuff that gets added to it.
exactly.
So I like ours because it's very simple, it's healthy,
Yes,
it's not strong. It's
Yes.
like perfect, it's just right.
yes.
Mhm.
And I wish, because, like, I didn't know that, because I used to be a Starbucks drinker, too.
Right.
Back in the day, and when I started finding out all this stuff, I was like, "What am I putting in my body?"
Exactly. Exactly.
You
It's
know,
good,
really,
right?
like-
It's like having dessert as liquid.
Yes,
And I'm like, you know what? We got to start thinking about what we're putting inside of us. So, yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
I love that. I love
Mhm.
that. So, do you have like what kind of blends do you have? Because you said you have this one.
right. So
What
right
other
now, this
blends?
is our only blend. We
Okay.
had a second blend, but right now we're halting on that one because it was a chocolate bean that we were getting from India, which is really far. And what we're trying to do is stay local. So everything we get is local.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
Right. We want to make sure that it comes from us straight to y'all instead of going like this.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
And plus, I'm pretty sure, like, because I know, because I get my Korean skincare line
Right.
for my business,
Mhm.
like, and I know shipping is outrageous.
Yes,
Like, so I
it
can only
is.
imagine for coffee
Mhm.
beans, like.
Mhm. It
You
is.
know, it really is. So,
Right.
but that's awesome that you have everything locally.
Yes.
And also, too, it helps with the reproduction, you
Right.
know, of getting it faster to
Exactly.
your clients.
Exactly.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So then, let's Oh, how did you get him?
Come on with the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a love story behind this.
Oh, I'm all excited.
Right.
I love stories.
Right. So I'll take it back just a little bit. So in 2004, I met this young man in Korea while I was still in the military. We got married. We were called the Cocos back then because his last name. Don't want to shout out the last name, but he is also my partner. So we had a separation of 17 years. And in February of this year, he found me again. And from that point on, we just started having coffee dates on FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day we were like, you know what do you think about coffee? We had this conversation, like it's restoring our conversation, it's restoring our relationship and our family.
Mm-hmm.
So one day we got in the kitchen together, we started experimenting, blending, trying it out on our friends and family.
Uh-huh.
And just seeing people have authentic conversations over coffee kind of brought the idea of when we say sip coffee, speak truth.
Yes.
Because we're like family, community based as well. So yeah, that's how it came about. So that's where you get the cocoa beans. So a lot of people think, oh, it's because it's chocolate in it, but it's also because we were the cocoa.
I'm so glad. That's what I
Right.
thought so too. I was like,
Right.
oh, that's pretty clever. It's like
Right.
chocolate.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But that's such a deep
Right.
meaning.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
honey.
Right.
Dang pregnancy hormones. I'm like trying not to cry here.
Right. It's a really powerful story behind it. So we always tell people we are not just about coffee, because what we do is have a lot of events and conversations with people over the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, we want to bring that back. Like, what was the intention of coffee back then? And it was to sit people together and have conversation within their family and community about what we can do to heal together. So that's what we're doing.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because especially when you have really good food and drinks, and especially if it's like homemade,
Right.
or like
Exactly.
how it brings people together,
Yes.
and just the conversations that you have,
Yes, exactly.
just having that
Mhm.
human connection again.
Yes,
because
exactly.
we really, in this technical world, like you don't
Mhm.
even have that anymore. Like,
Right.
so
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, what I'm finding out is even people who don't drink coffee gravitate to it still. Like, hey, you know what? Let me try it. And then we just sit and talk about it. So, yeah, coffee is a game changer.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. The right coffee.
The right
The
coffee.
best
is it.
coffee. So tell people how they can get a hold of you and how
Okay.
they can order, you
Okay.
know?
Okay, so we are Cocoa Beans Coffee everywhere. So you can find us on Instagram, Cocoa Beans Coffee. You can find us on Facebook, Cocoa Beans Coffee. You can find us online to get your order, and that's cocoabeanscoffee.com. We also have a YouTube channel that we kind of took a pause in because we also have a podcast called Coffee with Cocos. So what we just started doing last month is having live meetups, and it's called Coffee with Coco. So basically you're having coffee with us and we're having community conversation. So our last one was at the Pour Box at the Dakota.
Where's that at?
It's on Hackberry. Don't get me to making up stuff.
I was like-
but it is on
I was
on
like,
Hackberry.
I'm so lost, but
It's
now,
on
okay.
Hackberry right behind the Alamo Dome.
Okay, I know what the Alamo is.
Right.
Okay.
So they are a coffee shop and we are their house coffee. So we had our first live meetup there and it was wonderful. There were so many different types of people there, from like 20 to 70, 80 years old. And we just talked about restoration within the community and within our family. So our next one we want to have is on the 18th of November. And it's going to be at the same location, but I want y'all to make sure you get on Instagram just in case we have any
There's
changes to it.
Yeah.
Right. Where else can you guys find us? And you can find us around the community. We love just going to different areas, having conversations with people. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do y'all also do like vendor events?
we do.
Sometimes?
So
Like, is
you'll
there-
see us there as well.
Is there some vendor events that you have coming up?
Yes, on November 11th, we will be at Market Days at the Andy. So that is our next recent one that we're having. And then just every month is something. Every month we just kind of keep our eyes open, ears open to see what's out there. And we want to make sure that it aligns to what our vision is as well. So, good people, good conversation, that kind of thing.
That's awesome. So you're not just going out there just to do any
Right.
type of vendor event.
Right.
You're going out there with the mission and the purpose.
Exactly.
That's
It's not
amazing.
about money. It's
Yes.
about bringing people together. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I want to make sure, do you mind? I want to make sure we say where the coffee is. So, like I said, it is at the Pour Box, and we just recently became not the house coffee, but they have another type of coffee, but they have our coffee at Elder's Family Restaurant, and that's on Kitty Hawk. So they serve like a Cajun style food in their restaurant.
Is that over there off of Universal City or something?
It's in that area, right?
Okay,
So there's
okay.
a HEB
I
and
was
you
like,
go
where
past.
was this Kitty Hawk? But then I was
Right.
like, wait, it's got to be over there, like
Mhm.
Universal City or Shirts or something like
Right.
that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's Converse.
okay.
Converse.
Okay, yeah, Converse.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm. So we're
Okay.
on their menu now. So that's 2 locations. And we also partner. So I want to make sure I say that as well. We do lots of partnerships and we do wholesale and we also have an affiliate program. So with the affiliate program, basically you're getting your coffee and for every sale you make, you get 5% on it plus discounts with us.
Hey,
Right.
coffee lovers, listen up.
Right. Holla at us. Also, one more thing, I want to make sure to let you know that we have a candle line coming out that I'm really excited about because we love candles. So a lot of times we have our coffee with candle and have conversation. So I was like, why don't we make a coffee-based candle? So yeah, we have a few coming out for the holidays, so y'all be on the lookout.
Ooh. So y'all make sure y'all check out Instagram, right?
Yes.
And Facebook.
Yes.
And then
And cocoabeanscoffee.com.
There
And
we
that's
go.
KOKO for Coco.
awesome. Well, make sure to follow her for all the updates on the events and the upcoming new products that she's coming out for the holidays, guys. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
you're
so much.
welcome. So we're gonna go. Is there anything else that you want to say before we go to the
No,
next step?
I guess I want to say thank you. Thank you for having me here. Thank you everybody for even, considering me. I had a good time. I hope I can partner with you guys or partner with whoever's watching. And I just want to encourage y'all, if there's anything that you feel like in your gut, like it's time for me to jump out, I would say take a small step out in faith if you have to. Every step you make, I guarantee you a door will open. So yeah,
Yes,
and have a great circle with you.
that's awesome. And remember, guys, that she said she partners, she does wholesaling,
Mm-hmm.
and she does the affiliate program. So coffee lovers
Yes.
around the world, like it, because I'm pretty sure you can, ship almost
Yes,
anywhere.
We do
you know?
shipping and we have.
Yeah.
Yes.
So don't be afraid. Just because you're not from Texas, like
Right.
that you can't reach out to her.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
support.
Yes,
So,
yes.
That's
I see y'all around.
yes. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And I'm gonna go get my next. I don't want to say victim, but client guest. I always say that, and I'm just like, let me go get my next guest. I'll be back.
Happy to be here, your host, one of your hosts for Empowering Connections. Excited to be here. Also, owner of Creating Quantum Solutions for your credit education and repair services. So, if you need any assistance with credit education, you want to know what your credit looks like, you want to learn more about your credit, repair your credit, improve your credit, reach out to me at Linda at creatingqsolutions.com, or you can look for me on Facebook, Linda Medina. I'm also in the Women Unlimited page. You can find me in there, and I'll be happy to help you with anything you have in regards to credit. So our next guest that we're going to have is Catherine. She does resin art, and let me get her for you because I can see a couple people outside and I see her walking around. Just 1 second. And I'm back. All right. Today's been a crazy day. And I'm excited to have Catherine here. Hello, Catherine.
Hi.
Catherine has some amazing things. It looks like she has some products here that she wants to share with us. So excited to see what she has. Make sure you're close to the mic.
Okay, first time doing this.
Oh, okay. So first time. You seem like a natural to me. So I was just like, come on in. So, hi, Catherine. We've spoken a couple times. We met each other before. We had several events. Women Unlimited is always having events each month, and it's just a great time to meet other business owners and get to know them. And Catherine has been a part of Women Unlimited, our Women Unlimited group, and you've also been a vendor at some of the events at Women Unlimited.
I've really enjoyed it. I think I've been a part of Women Unlimited probably at least a year, close to probably a little year, a little over that, and done several events. I always love coming to them because everybody's always so friendly, and it's great to talk to other women and get creative ideas, kind of get collaborations or sometimes, trading off of different advice on vendor events and things that are, that work well for somebody that might work well for somebody else.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of, collaborating and having fun. And
Yes.
Other women. So
Yes.
there's always great events.
And
here.
collaboration is one thing that we strive to promote, that whole communication, collaboration, and connecting. And it truly is a good environment to meet other people. I'm a board member now. and I've been to, at the events, I'm always meeting different people, and the people I meet are just always so nice, and they always want to share and be helpful and willing to answer any questions, because I am a curious person, and I'm still working on what, I have my business, but I'm always looking for other things that will allow me to be more creative. So I see what other people are doing, and I was like, how did you get into this? How did you get into that? And just curious and just getting to know them. And it's always interesting, and people are always willing to share. They're not shady in a sense where they're like, don't ask me anything. Right. I don't want you to know my secrets. Yeah. So it really, truly is a friendly environment. And I'm thankful for all the people that do join Women Unlimited to be genuine and to truly want to embrace empowering other women and sharing and helping each other grow, because we need more of that, and we need more genuine people that want more of that. As there are, unfortunately, there are some people out there that will say that, but they don't practice that, and we want to continue to nurture our platform with Women Unlimited and the members to keep bringing that out in everywhere. So thank you for being a part of it.
Every time I come, it's like we just get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And there's always somebody different to meet that I didn't get to meet before. And so.
Or even if you see somebody you saw last time, it's like, hey.
You get to catch up. And it's like, what are you doing now?
Yeah. Yeah. So tell us, Catherine, about your business. What is your name? The name of your business?
The name of my business is Cheshire Creations. I started it actually during COVID. It's a COVID business.
Yeah. And I hear
a lot of
that. I hear so much.
Yes.
Like you can look at things in a negative way, right? COVID, or was it time of having to isolate ourselves and things like
But
that?
it made you think.
Yes,
You know?
but it brought a lot of creativity out of people.
Absolutely.
It really did.
So during that time, right before I was working at a doggy daycare as like a temporary, so seasonal when it would get busy. And so I was supposed to come back for spring break, but of course there wasn't anybody doing anything
Yeah.
for spring break.
Yeah.
So they said, well, you know, we're not going to be needing you because we're not doing anything over here. So I was talking with my husband. And I was like, okay, you know, we're going to have to think of something to pull in a little income. And painting always makes me relax. So he said, maybe you just need to sit, you know, relax, grab you some wine, sit down and paint, and just see what ideas come to you. I said, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So I did a couple paintings, and then, you know, good old Facebook, I put them on Facebook, and I was like, oh, you know, this is what I'm doing tonight. And then I got 4 messages, people saying, oh, I want to buy that. How much is that?
Wow.
So then I looked at it and I was like, oh, I'm going to sell it. How much should I sell it for? And then he was like, I don't know, can you make 4 more? I said, I think I can. So then I made 4 more, and it just kind of started from there. You know, I'd do a painting every week, and a couple people would buy it. In doing that, I started looking on YouTube more for like inspiration and ideas, and then I saw a lot of resin in that. I said, oh, I really like that. I want to try that. And so I got some and started playing with that, and then that just kind of stuck. And so that took over more. I did all kinds of pyramids. What I really enjoy doing is memorial pieces. So I put the ashes in the sand and create different items for people. I do large wall art pieces just to give them something. Really enjoy it because it's something more that they get to look at than, you know, ashes and earth.
Yeah.
It usually gives them some memories. I can write their name in the sand and just different things to just bring more positivity to.
Wow,
events.
wow. That's awesome. I love that. And you're right. They're, you know, it enhances, you know, these items that people use to remember others by, and it makes it into
Exactly.
something else that they can look at, like you said.
Yes, and I had never thought about it. I was doing a vendor event one day, and I had my items out, and this lady who was a vendor, she just kept walking by and kept looking at things, and then she walked by and she said, "Have you ever worked with anybody's ashes? Can you put ashes in something?" Oh, I haven't done it. But I'm willing. I can give it a
Let
try.
me see what that's
You know,
about.
I said I could give it a try, but you know, if you want to trust me with it being my first time, I don't mind. And she was like, "Oh no, like I see your stuff. I want you to do it," because I had a different beach art. She's like, "I want something just like that. Just put the ashes in." I said, "Okay." And she had her husband run home right then.
Wow.
She's like, "Go grab mom." So he came
Go
back.
grab mom.
Yeah, he came back and he said, "Okay, I'm supposed to give this to you." My husband was like, "That's just so random. Like she doesn't know you, but she's just gonna trust
She
you."
just felt it.
Yeah.
And sometimes people, I mean, I
Just
like
that
to look,
connection.
yes, the connection. And then I like to look at things as what message am I receiving from this person? And it was I would say, just from my perspective and your story, it's delivering to you another talent or something else you can do for people. If you found something that you enjoyed doing, really not knowing where it was going, and then it just continues to evolve. Yes. And that's so awesome because I've never heard of that before. I've never heard of anything like that. and that's just interesting to know that. I mean, one of the great things about being in Women Unlimited is you just hear so many things that people do that you've never even heard of. And I continue to hear more and more things of like, wow, like this is amazing. I didn't know this was out there. And then it's so interesting to hear the story about behind it and how it came to be. So I think that's incredibly awesome that you were able to do that. And it was at that time, at that moment, she felt the need, like, I want this. You were able to give that to her. That's fantastic. So was it hard? You're looking at YouTube, you're looking at these things that people are asking for. Was it hard to start your resin art? was it? What would you say was did it naturally just come to you?
It was pretty natural, but it does take a lot of patience, especially if it's something that have layers. Like I'll show you this for instance. Like this, I don't know if they can see it up there, but it's a wine glass and it has the beach on the bottom here.
Oh wow, nice.
So it has like 4 different layers, and you have to let each layer dry for 24 hours. So
Oh, I see.
So I always want to touch it or do something to it. And I'm like, no, I have to let it dry until tomorrow. And I'll think, oh, well, I could go ahead, if everything is dry enough, I could go ahead and put something else and then it'll blend or it'll jack it up. And then I'm like, I should have been patient. I should have waited. And so
something
learned
like
lessons.
that can take like a week to do or 5 days to complete. Wow, but that is really beautiful.
So like, that takes 5 days.
And y'all can't probably see it well, but this
I'll put
glass,
pictures up.
yeah, this glass has the ocean, the sand, and a little starfish
Yeah, a little
at the bottom.
starfish.
It is so cute and so unique. So when you're having some wine on your patio or something and you love the beach, you can have the beach right at your fingertips.
Yes. And then I have this piece here. This one are my resin hands.
Oh, that's
I put
beautiful.
a lot of different items in it. Could be used as a trinket tray, candy dish. Some people put it on their desk and put their business cards in it. But this one's been my #1 selling item since I started doing resin. I put
Now, are those
some
your hands?
no. Very popular question. People ask me that all the time.
Whose hands? Or is there just a
Yeah,
mold
it's just
of hands?
it's just a mold that I got from Amazon. But
Would you be able to do someone's hands?
that I haven't done yet.
Like, I have a 1-year-old. What if I gave you her hands? Could you make something out of that?
Yeah, there's some kind of like mold clay that you're supposed to be able to put in and then do that. So
Maybe I have to wait till she gets older. Maybe she's 1 and she's just not going to
Be everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to keep my hands in there.
That is really neat.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else or that's?
And then I just have my little jars. So that's another.
And you make those as well?
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yeah, so
nice.
just different things.
Put different things in there. What
Yes.
inspires you to what inspires you to say I'm gonna put this in there?
I know sometimes I just get the mold and I see what's around the house. I see what I can fit in there. Like with this one, after I sell one version of it, so I have about 5 versions. I have a beach version, one with a sunflower, one with some crystals. But I just kind of look at it and see what I have at home and say, well, I'm going to try putting this in there today. And if I can fit it in there, I'm going to try it.
Well, that's great. So did this become your full-time business?
Yes, I have.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
I love that for you. Look at you. That is
Thank you.
awesome. You know, you found something that you were passionate about, and then a great husband to support you and
Oh,
say,
absolutely.
do this, try this, and see what happens.
Yeah, he was like, no more regular job. It's like, you just do that and be creative and have fun. So I love it.
I'm gonna have to
That's
tell my husband. I'm gonna say, look,
Right?
Catherine's husband said this. I think you should say the same thing. Well, do you have any projects, any events coming up anytime soon? Any sales of any kind? Christmas is around the corner. People are gonna want to
They have to get their orders in early. I take custom orders and orders for holiday up until the end of November because of the timing.
Right.
But a lot of things take a week or two, and then if I have to ship it out or if they have to ship it out for Christmas. So during November, I take holiday orders. I also do larger ball pieces, and I actually have them in 2 locations if anybody wants to just go look at them. I do have a couple for sale and that have been purchased already, but are on the wall at Elder's Family Restaurant off of Kitty Hawk by Timberline. So that's an example of some things that I do. And then also at my business in Antonio off of Hackberry, she has a couple pieces on the wall as well.
Awesome. Now, make
And there's
sure.
cookies here.
Oh, I make sure to head on the website. Absolutely show your products and what you have. And remind everybody if they want to put an order in to put it in before the end of November. So we'll start. That's awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the Women Unlimited platform?
I just enjoy being a part of Women Unlimited. And if you're not a part of it, you should definitely come to one of our next events here because they're awesome and you'll meet great people. Also, if you want to take a look at some of my other work, you can check out and CheshireCreationsWithAK.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate having you. Yes, thank you.
It's jealous.
Yes, it was. Now you're always invited to do that. So don't hesitate next time you want to come back or get more practice.
Right? Yes.
So that's what we're here for, to help build and encourage and support.
Oh, it was great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So much. Hello.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you.
I love her.
Yeah.
She knows
Alright, so now we're gonna bring on Charlie.
Charlie.
Yes, we're gonna talk a little bit, and then we'll bring on our last guest, April. But remember, your spa event is going to be this weekend for the WUSA event. And there we go. Now you can see me. The WUSA spa event is going to be this Saturday from 4 to 6. So make sure to grab your Eventbrite ticket. We still have about 20 tickets left. And then also to, hold on, I'm trying to get my notes. Oh yeah, and sponsorship. Which, do you know the sponsor, the WUSA sponsorship? I don't remember how the pricing is working on that. But don't forget, you can also sponsor the WUSA Empowerment Connection. So, Linda, take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Robin, for all of that information on the events that are coming up and for Women Unlimited. So today we have Charlie Moe. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Correct. Love
Great.
it.
So how are you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing
And
incredibly
what
well.
brings you here to Women Unlimited?
I really,
Besides us inviting you.
well, I think you guys are an amazing group. I'm the father of two young ladies, one's 16, one's 15. So Victoria and Caroline, and I look at you guys and I look at hope for my daughters because, I don't care how much you look at life. Business is still kind of predominantly male driven. And I will tell you that being a male myself, I look at it and say, I think women add so much to the world of work that I think we need to be able to open bigger and better doors for every woman out there that if they decide they want to do it.
Yeah, I agree. And just hearing you say that, if I can just share just a small tidbit of a situation yesterday where I was in a meeting with other males and I'm in a male dominant area. It just the way the conversation went, it had its I guess I've allowed it to think about how I responded or my approach, and I was like, well, maybe I should have done something different, and maybe I should. Then I stopped myself and said, no, you know what? This is exactly what this needs. This is exactly why I'm here, and I'm not going to change who I am. And it's just one of the things as women that we struggle with. But
I agree. I think one of my favorite sayings is, the Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers type of dance, right? And everybody gave so much credit to Fred Astaire because he was an incredible dancer. But what they didn't realize is Ginger Rogers did everything he did, but backwards. So she had a much more difficult role than he did, and because he was a male, he got all the attention, right? So I think that people need to start looking at the credit that is due. I look at San Antonio as a very open community. I think we've had some women in very high places, and unlike other cities, I think we are open to talent, and I think talent should be the number one driver.
Yeah.
So I think that's important. And getting to the core, right? So I work for the University of Texas here at San Antonio under the Institute for Economic Development. I am part of the institute, but I work under the auspice of the Minority Business Development Agency,
Okay.
which is an arm of the Department of Commerce. It was stood up 40 years ago. We were cauterized 2 years ago as our own agency, but we still work directly with Commerce on our focus on our mission, and that is to assist minority businesses grow and compete with larger companies for them to be able to get out there and compete like anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. So how, what services do you provide for women, not just, for, as a resource for Women Unlimited, but for other people as well?
So here's the thing, that the federal government doesn't look at women as a minority. And I think that's interesting. The state of Texas does, but the federal government doesn't. The federal government states straight out that if you are, I have to read my list because if not I'd lose it. It's African American, Alaskan Native, Asian American, Asian Indian, Hispanic American, Native American, Hawaiian Native, and Pacific Islander, that you are a minority. Right. And so what we do with minorities is that we open up markets for them. Maybe something they've never tried before, maybe getting into either a government work, if they've never done that, working with CPS, SAWS, some of the pseudo-governmental agencies here in San Antonio. We also look at helping them get into contracts, making sure that if they get into a contract that they're going to be able to fulfill this contract, that they're not getting in over their head, that they make sure that they are capable of being able to fulfill the contract that they're going after. We also work with them on strategic business consulting, making sure that they are at their prime, making sure that they've got their business at the right place at the right time so that when business comes their way, they're able to just grasp it and take off with it. We also can help them if they're looking for financing, if they're looking for anything in the way of a loan, if there are grants out there. There are different ways that they can do business. It just kind of depends on what your company needs and what financial capability you've got to be able to help you get into the business.
That's awesome. And where can, if somebody's looking for that and wants to learn more about that, where can they find it?
Yeah, actually, we have a website, and it is MBDA. It's UTSA MBDA San Antonio. Or my email is very simply, it's Charles, CHARLES.MOKE@UTSA.edu. I'd love to help any minority business that's out there that's trying to grow, that's looking for opportunity. I will tell you, I'll run a pitch for my good friend Renee Watson over at the county. She's going to have an event on December 6th, which is a Wednesday. I'm not sure that's the date. And it is at the Freeman Coliseum. And I tell people that to be able to go to this event, it would take you about 2.5 years to set up every appointment to see each one of those companies. And you've got them all under one roof. You can go out there and explain to them what you do, drop off some information. It is an incredibly great opportunity for anyone who's looking at wanting to grow their business. So it's just an opportunity for them to do it. And would love to see you out there. I'll be there, and if you come in and you need some introductions, let me know. I'd love to do it.
That's awesome. And you said that was December 6th.
I want to make sure, so I'm going to look at my date. I'm almost sure it's December 6th. I don't want to be wrong and send everybody to the wrong place at the wrong time. So it's at the Freeman Coliseum. It is an opportunity for people to actually get in front of all these companies that are out there. And some are governmental. It is December 6th from 7 to 3. It's Wednesday, December 6th from 7 to 3 at Freeman Coliseum, at the Expo Hall, I'm sorry. So it's the Freeman Expo Hall behind the Coliseum.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's free to the public. In fact, their keynote at lunch is actually Jesus, the gentleman who actually runs the airport. We're going to be talking about the airport expansion, and there's a lot of business coming our way there too.
Go check that out as
Absolutely,
well.
absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with just going out and seeing what's out there.
And I'll tell you, the Chewy's a good man. Yes.
Well, that sounds fantastic. Thank you so much for
No,
sharing
thank you
that
for your time.
information.
Truly appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, you have a good day, Charlie.
You too. I'll let you go back.
More about Charlie and his UTSA and how you can get a hold of him if you're interested in learning more about how you can get grants, how you can get some good goodwill on business or on your business, or even if you don't know what business you want to start or you're just curious, it's a perfect place to start. He can direct you, he can introduce you, he can give you information and any guidance that you may need. So there's really no there's really no, like, if you want to start something or you want to do something or you're just curious, there's so many resources out there. There's so many things out there to help you. So there's no reason why you can't get started. The only thing I would say is that what keeps us from getting started most of the time is ourselves. so take on these resources, take these opportunities, and get out there and do something. Find something that you might find you're passionate about or learn something new. So that's always exciting. So all right, next, hi. April.
Yes.
April. So we have April here. Thank you very much for joining us. April, tell us, what is the name of your business?
It is Akishni Hypnosis.
Akishni Hypnosis. So tell us about that. That sounds interesting, just in the name itself.
Okay. Well, the name itself has, a lot of meaning in itself. Akishni means, in the Lakota language, means healing. And then my symbol, which is a spiraling hand, is known as the healer's hand in the southwestern part of the indigenous nations, also known as the United States. And so they talk about the resulting symbol of the solar spiral in the hand is resulting to be infused with therapeutic energy. And so hypnosis is a natural state of awareness, such as an athletic focus on sport, reading a book, driving, an artist painting. Hypnosis allows direct, pure communication to the subconscious, unconscious mind, where our thoughts, feelings, perceptions, and behaviors originate. And so, what a hypnotherapist does is gently guide the individual to be more open to modify or replace those thoughts that are driving their current behavior.
Wow, that's very interesting. And how did you get into that? How did you decide or did it just evolve and this was my calling?
It's, as a child, I always wanted to be a doctor, some type of, healing type of thing. And probably about 8 years ago, I came across some self-healing Reiki, and I actually would practice that on myself, and I healed myself of my uterine fibroids and stuff. And so after that, I was like, I really want to get back.
Yeah,
and help others.
I am a big, I don't know what you call it, reader, podcast listener. I listen and hear a lot of things. And I've heard of just that, us being able to heal ourselves. And I think it's phenomenal. I don't know a lot about it, but I know there were times where I felt some way when I was pregnant. I recently had a baby, I was pregnant, and I focused internally on healing. I was sick, and I was afraid for my daughter, and I was like older. To me, it was like my second half. And having her later in age was really scary, but I focused on that. I don't know if it was anything that I did, but I like to think that it had to do with how I was thinking thoughts, how I was bringing internally.
Yes.
So that is amazing. And so I believe that there's not always that need for that communications and all that stuff. There's opportunities to find ways self-help
for centuries before Western medicine came about, the traditional way of healing was to actually heal through energy. So that's just the way they did it back in the traditional way.
So when you work with somebody, when you're working with somebody, what does that look like? Like, you know, a typical person that you're working with, is it something that what does all that involve?
Well, it depends because anybody can come in for different things. I've had where one just wants to come in and learn to forgive self, forgive others. I've done one on weight loss. This guy was, this individual was stuck at a weight. He needed help. His A1C was 8.9%. I worked with him. He's down 5.9%. He was a size 42. Is now 36. You know, it's just it could be accomplished. Anything that you put your mind to it, and sometimes you just need guidance.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm here is to guide.
You are absolutely correct. There's nothing, you know, you always hear there's nothing that you can't do if you want to do it. But sometimes we do need to reach out for some guidance, whatever that may be. But if we need that extra push, if we need that extra help, and I strongly believe, so I'll vouch for it when you're able to change your subconscious or reactivate or refresh or rewire that.
Yes.
You can accomplish so many things. So I think that's awesome that you do that.
Yes, and I had another instance too where I did the emotional detox. That's where I assist and guide an individual who has stuck or stagnant emotions from trauma, unhealthy attachment, certain resistance behavior, and we released about 60% of stomach discomfort due to issues.
Wow. And sometimes we don't know that, right? Sometimes we don't understand our bodies in that way, and our bodies are so powerful. It's just we're powerful.
Yes.
And we don't understand everything that we're capable of doing internally. And that's something that I never realized. And maybe I've read about it or studied about it a little bit, but just the little that I know, it's mind blowing. And at a time before, it's like you just don't think about these things. You don't know that maybe that backache that you had for so long had something to do with some kind of emotional something, stuck, right?
Yes. And we are all energetic beings in a physical body. All. And so that's where the whole therapeutic, with my symbol, the name, all that, me being self-healing myself with Reiki, that's all energy work. And actually, to show that we are energy beings. Touch that.
Maybe it's just me. Look. What's happening?
Well, typically, this is an energy stay.
Wow.
We're energy. We carry energy. So, so that's just kind of, talk a little bit about the emotions that you have stuck, and everything, with this energy, we need to release that.
Yeah, and we do. And I think that, a healthy way of releasing energy is just finding different ways to release it. And, I know way back when in my life, it's like, oh, well, you have to hold it in, you have to push it down in and not think about it and not just ignore things. And so we hold, I think a lot of us, and I know it just couldn't have been me, I think a lot of us have held stuff in for so long. And also as women, we have to be strong, we have to hide our weaknesses, we have to hide our feelings, we have to hide all these things because we want to be strong and show our strength and tackle on things, but But I think strength is being able to navigate through those emotions
Yes.
and find ways to release those emotions
Yes.
and face them and let them go. And I think that's, to me, that's more, that's the strength right there. That's the strength of conquering it and getting rid of what no longer serves me. Yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome. So how can people reach you if they want to learn more about your hypnosis sessions and your healing and all these things that you can do? How can they reach you?
So I have a website. It's www.akishnihypnosis.com. I have a Facebook, Akishni Hypnosis. I also have an Instagram, Akishni_hypnosis777. I also have the YouTube at Akishni777.
Wow, that's awesome. And you are going to be at our spa event, right? This
Yes.
Saturday. Awesome.
I am. I've got. I have products that I will have available. I call them my holistic self-care products. You know, I make them handcrafted and make them with love. All of them revitalize your body and your mind and your energy.
Well, I'm excited to see you on Saturday. I will be there as well. And last time you were at one of our events, well, I remember you were at our September event, and everybody was going crazy for your stuff. So be sure if you want, if you want to talk with April, you get a hold of her earlier. You find her early on. So we're really excited to see you again on Saturday, and
I'm
thank you
excited.
for coming in today and sharing what you do and the services that you provide and how you can help people overcome some of their challenges or healing or just finding clarity.
Yes, that is my focus and goal, is just to help and guide others to see their true potential of themselves.
That's awesome, and I'm all for it, and I love it, and I thank you for what you do and bring to Women Unlimited, the Women Unlimited community, and just all of San Antonio, and just you being you.
Thank you.
Being you.
I'm just blessed and grateful to have this opportunity and to
Okay.
meet everybody. It's been really good.
Awesome. Well, do us a favor. Make sure you post your information and services on the Women Unlimited page. And just make sure you let everybody know you'll be here Saturday as well. And if they're interested, we'll have some products on hand that they can purchase. So we're really excited to have you and see you again. And I definitely can't wait till Saturday. That's
Yes,
gonna
I'm
be the
excited.
spa event. All right. Well, thank you so much, April. We really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. You have a good day.
You too.
All right. Well, I am excited about all the guests that we've had today. It's been a great day. So if anyone's available, if we have a show every Thursday from 11 a.m. till 12:30, we come out. We invite all our guests to come out, and anybody in the Women Unlimited group can come out and be interviewed to spotlight your show. You can talk about your show. You can talk about some of your products, services. It's a great way to get your product and services out there for people to get to know you and extend your audience reach. Because you alone, you may have so many followers, but within the Women Unlimited group, there's thousands and thousands of followers. And not only do we share it on one platform, we share it on multiple platforms alike. So people are gonna see you. People are gonna start to get to know you. And the more you come out, the more people get to know you. So every Thursday we're gonna be here. You can come every Thursday, and you can come to be interviewed. You can come to talk about your business, or you can simply come out to support and network with other members. Y'all can't see it, but outside the door in front of me, we have about 15 people out there. They're chit-chatting, they're talking, they're connecting, they're talking about different things that they do, they're getting to know each other, they're collaborating, and this is what this is all about. This is what Women Unlimited is all about: supporting, encouraging, providing platform and resources for everyone. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Again, my name is Linda Medina. I am the owner of Creating Quantum Solutions, Credit, Education, and Repair. I'll also be doing taxes next year. And then my host that we had earlier on was Robin Coronado with Foxy Coronado. She does facials and different kinds of amazing things to enhance your inner beauty and self-care. So if you're interested in facial or anything has to do with aesthetics, Foxy Coronado or Robin Coronado is who you reach out to. And if you enjoyed watching the show and you see our little banner going across the show, our little the names and all of that, Maria Rendon, Digital Vida, is behind the scenes, and she does amazing work with our production and making sure that our live is going smoothly and making sure that our names and our businesses and our guests are all highlighted on the little scroll thing, so that way everybody can have that information and everybody can see that. So she does that. Also, she does web design, she does logos, she does social media management. So if you're looking for some digital creativity, that's Maria Rendon, Digital Vida. Be sure to reach out to her. She can help you with any of your needs and even some simple needs. Let's say you need a quick flyer, or you need an email contact card for your emails to make them more professional, or you need a Facebook banner. She can help you with all of those things for a minimal cost. So definitely get with Maria Rendon, Digital Vida, if you need help with your social media. And then lastly, I want to thank Evolve Medical Group for providing this location for us. Women Unlimited headquarters is inside Evolve Medical Group. So we're excited to have this place here. And Evolve Medical Group is always having specials. They're always having specials of different kinds. They do weight loss, fitness, Botox. They have a variety of services that they provide for any of your health, physical needs. So be sure to check them out as well if you're curious to see if they have something that you may like to be offered. They have some amazing devices. They have some type of cocoon. It's a hypothermogenic cocoon that you can lay in, and it heats up your body to burn fat and build metabolism and all of these things. So it's amazing. Be sure to check them out. They also have B12 shots. If you need a B12 shot, they are going to be offering B12 shots at our Women Unlimited Spa Day on Saturday for $10, and those things run like $20-something. So that is, they're always generous in specials and giving out the specials. So thank you again, and thank you again, Brenda Anz, for the Women Unlimited platform and everything you do for the organization. So just want to make sure we thank all of our sponsors. We thank everybody that has been here for Women Unlimited. Thank you to all our guests for today, and we appreciate you all. We hope